Hello and welcome. I'm Anthony Hudson. Get ready. It's time for Saturday afternoon football.
Google Maps.
Today as they've decided to leave the
surrounds and surrounding land.
Special comments for this match is Gary Lyon.
Hi Hutto, I'm excited for this one.
Today's big game is between Carlton and Western Bulldogs. Full confidence, they're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banners are looking great.
It's a big day for the Western Bulldogs forwards. If they can get on top of the Carlton defence, they'll go a long way to winning the game.
The captains make their way into the middle for the toss.
Who is that? Why is he the captain? I thought Cripps was the captain.
Western Bulldogs winning the toss. Round two. These lineups look very strong and both teams look fired up and set to go. What an exciting matchup we have here today.
Might have to check that.
We're underway at Marvel Stadium. English won the duel.
Looks like
With the ball is Curnow.
Bulldogs have the ball. I think that's Caleb Daniel. He's got a helmet on. Probably is.
Daniel will be the
Kicked it to a contest and Toby McLean's bumped out of bounds.
Decides to keep it alive. Eventually the ball goes over the line. Anything standing out at the moment for you, Gaz?
This is a great game, Hutto, and we can just sit back and enjoy it.
Now we'll get a ball up. Pitting it with the hit.
So it's another ball game so far. Murphy tackles high. Not sure who this is. Can't think of who number 8 is.
Uses the bump.
Send it to the open goal.
For free. Can he put it through? The drop pass. The big stick. Trengo celebrating hard. The first goal going to Western Bulldogs.
A lot of high tackling around.
One down. Norton was taken high in the tackle.
Carlton has been.
Just kicks it long. Lining up for goal.
Don't have good tackling stats as Bontempelli sends it straight through the big six for a second goal.
Yes, Hutto.
Hasn't even been in the Carlton's forward half yet. On the tap, I think, once or twice, but just ended up going in Bulldogs' favour as Caleb Daniel gets taken into a marking contest against Chris. Never. And he's not a tall bloke. Jack Martin goes backwards to Ed Curnow, who handballs it to whoever the fuck that captain bloke is.
Martin puts it on the boot. Curnow with quick hands. Wins the race to the ball.
I guess I'll find it.
Onto the boot. Dug out by McGovern. Just put it on the boot. Open opportunity for Norton.
To another contest.
Looks like the ball will be coming back. Elects to kick. Betts takes the mark. Uncontested.
Ooh.
Chips it towards half forward.
Breaks a couple tackles, gets it forward.
Some fancy moves.
Bulldogs with numbers.
He has the ball. Dishes it off to a player on the run. Ball off hands. Hacking it out of there. Gives it, don't argue. Doesn't take the mark.
And Bulldogs off to a 3-goal head start. Late in the first quarter, that should wrap.
Celebrates with the fans. That's 3 in a row to Western Bulldogs.
It does.
is now 18.
Western Bulldogs.
Carlton with a lot to think about.
I've worked out that
Trail by 18.
Western Bulldogs started well. Now it's time for them to do it for 4 quarters.
Sound really pay that much attention to what Carlton are doing. Yeah, very one-sided.
Let's check out the stats.
Carlton have been better around the contest, but they need to make the most of that stat and put it on the scoreboard.
Cheers, Gaz.
It's to only one. Less clangers too, so they have double the. Not going to have a good game. Somehow possession is still 54% Carlton's way. Don't know how that works, but anyway. Oh,
Ready to go for the second turn.
Western Bulldogs are getting first use from their ruckman.
Off hands. Lobs the handball.
it's 3-on-1. Gets kicked forward. It's a one-on-one contest.
Hit the
And
hard.
gets brought to ground, and Josh Bruce kicks the goal.
Fumbles the ball. Bruce going for number 1. Gets some reward for his efforts. Western Bulldogs up by 4 goals. We're back in motion. English thumped it clear.
I just saw who Dale was. It was Bailey Dale.
Didn't mark it.
Just come on for Bontempelli.
Gathers it now.
Levi Casbolt takes a big mark at the top of the goal square. He shouldn't miss this.
To line up for goal. 20
This will be the first score for Carlton anyway.
Entry from here. He drives it towards goal.
Interesting camera work. Not sure if anyone else saw that. Just go back to that video camera that was right behind the goals.
There first of the match.
Cameraman did not move, but the camera
Back with another centre bounce.
stayed up there a long time. Comes down, a high tackle on to Eastern Wood,
Up the field
and Carlton kick it forward.
High tackle.
Traingrove wins the contest, plays on immediately, bombs it.
Elects to kick. A chance to reload the attack now. He looks like he needs a spell. Chips it towards
He's kicked it
half
forward, and
Picks it up.
it's crumbed by a Dogs player. I'm not sure who it was, but it's free. Ball's on.
Norton wins the foot race.
I'm pretty sure he's number 2.
Dow. Kicks
And it's a point.
it. Wiedering couldn't hang on to the ball.
Liam Jones is number 14, so I don't know who the fuck number 2 is then.
He decides to go for home. The Blues behind by 17.
The Bulldogs have turned the ball over a lot trying to play aggressively. It's where they turn it over.
Dunkley takes the
Doesn't
mark.
make it as dangerous.
Liberatore
Work it out. Tom Liberatore sends it out.
goes with the kick.
And it's back Carlton's way. Link up handballs. Eddie Betts misses.
Goes by hand. Bet.
Slams it into the post. Yeah. Him and the goals.
Carlton keeping themselves in it. Cordy assessing the options. Slams it on the boot. Lloyd looks to get onto the football. What can
Space
it do?
again kicked. No way. Caleb Daniel wins a contest against Cruiser.
Gets a quick
He
kick
plays on, handballs it across, and
Giving it off was Daniel. It's going to be deemed as deliberate.
ball it bounces
Tries
on
to
a
gain
right
some
angle.
territory.
That's very rough, but as Tim English gets to the ball first, he doesn't even bother picking it up. He slaps it through the goals
This kick
off the
stretches
ground.
lead. Smiles on
And just when you thought Carlton might be making a bit of a comeback,
swats it.
those couple misses
Lloyd.
hurt them.
The siren sounds, and that's the end of the turn.
And it's half time, 22
Western
points the
Bulldogs
difference.
30, Carlton 8.
Western Bulldogs will go into the rooms at half-time with plenty of confidence and back themselves for the second half.
What do you make of it all, Gaz?
Carlton are creating plenty of chances from turnover. They just need to generate that into more scoring opportunities to be a big chance.
Thank you very much, Gaz. It's half-time, and no doubt the coaches will want to have a chat to their teams about their first half performance.
Tom Liberatore's been around the ball the most. Ed Kerno's been around the ball the most for Carlton. And then Bulldogs went bang bang and...
At the start of the third quarter.
Oh, big tackle from Tim English, too high. Sent forward. He's going to get there. It's kicked forward. Murphy got to boot the ball, and yeah, it's not out of bounds yet. Too busy trying to dodge tackles to get the ball through the... Mitch McGovern with back to goal snaps it over his shoulder and misses. So they just... Too much messing around there. I think Eddie Betts had the ball there and decided...
Good mark there.
Getting the boot the ball, and yeah, never ended up getting boot the ball. And he got too close to the man on the mark, and Liam Jones misses. Plays on and sent to Matt Suckling, who takes the mark.
Western Bulldogs
Big.
are allowing too many marks inside the opposition forward 50. If they continue to get beaten in this area, they'll find it difficult to keep the lead.
Here, which is won by Zane Cordy. He's going to go sideways. A one-on-one here. Carlton player doesn't get there. Bailey Williams takes the mark.
Goes by foot.
2-on-1 situation. And Dunkley manages to get his hands to the ball and send it through for a ball up.
Can you tell us anything at the moment, Gaz?
Against Johannes.
Coach to send a message out there and tell these players to take the game on.
Johannesson slips high and gives
Not
away the free kick.
what they wanted to see, because that was missing, and that's been on that from about 45 out.
Pretty happy with that one. Carlton won't be happy to see that scoreboard.
That came off
Ball goes up.
Good work further up the ground.
Big thump from Pittenett.
Carlton looking like they've got a bit of numbers around the ball all of a sudden.
Hacking it out of there.
They seem to have their advantage in the contest, but Marcus Bontempelli takes a big mark.
Opposition forward 50. If they continue to get beaten in this area, they'll find it difficult
No!
to keep the
Now
lead.
it will be! Mitch McGovern gets the fucking loose ball and kicks the goal.
Johannesson goes off the ground. McGovern couldn't be happier with that goal. That's two in a row for Carlton. Carlton now only trailed by 8.
Ruck tap, and it's... Why'd you go backwards? He'd broken a tackle. It's won by Carlton and it's broken away. Bit of a clusterfuck of players. Rough conduct against Bailey Dale. That was 50 as well. Tim English ran over the mark there. Played on. Ball comes loose.
Williams gathers it now.
It's Norton. Carlton gets it forward. They can't take a mark. Ball spills loose. Ball gets tackled again. Mitch McGovern had the ball for half a second. Ball up.
Trengo goes for territory. Simpson gives the don't argue.
He's taken it just before the three-quarter time siren. He kicks this. It will be a 2-point game at three-quarter time, and it will well and truly been well on top of the Bulldogs in this quarter, and Hasbolt makes them pay. Three-quarter time, 2 points to difference.
Western Bulldogs ahead going into the final turn. They lead by 2.
Western Bulldogs will be looking to not only hold their lead, but they want to put this beyond doubt early and run away with a big win.
Plenty of scoring opportunities in the third term. It'll be interesting to see which team can capitalise in the final quarter. Here's Gary to take a look at the key stats.
Western Bulldogs.
Well, you look at that.
But they're allowing plenty of opposition
Carlton
marks inside
absolute
50. They need to fix up
inside
that aspect of the
50s
game if they're to
to
stay on
5
top.
now. That was a very 50-50 stat at half time. It's no longer a 50-50 stat. Carlton are winning this game big time in the inside 50 sense. Handballs don't really suggest that Carlton have been dominating the possession count. In fact, they're losing it right now. Doesn't even make sense. They've had more... Oh, well, I guess it does make sense. They've had way more possessions than they've had disposals. Which I guess means... But how can you have 44 uncontested? Anyhow, Bulldogs have a lot more hit-outs than Carlton does, but yeah, there's been absolutely smashed in the quarter to show that Carlton were really on top of things. They win the
Oh, they've got to take some risks now. They can't afford to waste any time.
higher ball, and Easton Wood
Takes a nice mark.
would almost be setting up for icing the whole quarter out here, the Western Bulldogs. They want to slow everything down.
Chooses to play on.
Someone in that
Bounces over the line.
forward 50 to take that mark,
Duray heads onto the
and it's
ground.
thrown back in.
It's a big
A
start
lot of
to this game.
Thrown in now.
here, they
Couldn't
managed to
take it. Just dismisses his opponent. Johannesson lobs the handball.
get it up. Jack Silvani gets tackled immediately after getting the ball.
Cherno making his way onto the field.
Carlton forward 50 again. They've got numbers around the ball.
Bruce
Ball comes loose somehow, and all of a sudden
Bontempelli grabbed the
it's
clean.
free, but Zach Fisher mops up, sends it back,
And looks to send it back. Doing well to intercept that kick.
intercepts.
Decides to
Couple
kick.
turnovers here,
A bit of
bit
space.
sloppy. It's turned over again. Carlton 1-on-1. Big mark from Jack Silvani. Can he slot this to put
45
giving away the
minutes
first 3 goals? He's missed.
out. They'll snatch the lead.
That might just have blown the whole game for Carlton then. You never know.
There's nothing in this. Cordy with the kick in.
Momentum or not. Seems to be. Bulldogs get it forward. Taylor Duray takes the mark. Former Hawthorn player. Post. Jack Martin again, and the scores are level. Less than 9 minutes remain in this last quarter, which is about a minute and a half. Not even a minute and a half.
A solid mark from Williams. Works the ball up the ground. Finds a
Defensive 50, which is never a good idea. They've gone cross goal twice already.
He spears the ball.
They're still not outside the.
Got boot to ball.
It's just outside the Dogs 50. Carlton win the ball back and they're free. They've got heaps of numbers around the ball. They're just not going forwards with it. He breaks 2 tackles, sends it forward. It's a 2-on-1. Ball comes loose. Daddy Betts breaks the tackle. Kick.
Cordy does
A goal.
Cordy can't hold on to the tackle. That is a stunning goal.
Crumbs, which he always is.
He's enjoying that goal.
And I just don't see. I just don't see Western Bulldogs getting it forward again. They've been absolutely destroyed in this second half.
Good control.
Fantastic tackle.
The Dogs, there's a.
Gets the loose ball. Bruce looking a bit sluggish out there. Uses it by
Need to get the ball forward, and the high tackle to Lockie Hunter's killed the game. That's the end of the game, boys.
It's a foot
Boys,
race.
Carlton win the game.
Johannesson
Eddie
takes
Betts,
the loose ball.
the match winner.
Western Bulldogs threw everything at them, but they couldn't get over the line. Gary, any final thoughts?
A simply awesome performance from both sides. They both deserved to win, but it was Carlton who got it done.
It was actually genuinely, I was excited about that one.
And the final
Just end up with
is Carlton 5,
22. They had another 5 inside 50s to none.
Well, that's all we have.
So in that second half, they absolutely shut down the Western Bulldogs.
Was great being here, Hutto. I can't wait.
Player of the match was Lee. Did alright, but it wasn't the man of the match performance. If I was going to give anyone a man of the match performance to any of the forwards, I would have said it was Eddie Betts for that. Although he was a bit wasteful earlier in the game too. Bontempelli comes second, Eddie Betts comes third. And look at that worm. Half time was about where it got the worst. Maybe early in the second quarter it was even worse than half time. Ends up the man of the match. 5 goals straight to Western Bulldogs as well. They did their best to stay in the match, but when you don't kick a goal after and as you can see there, after half time, 4 goals, 4 kicked by Carlton, which is just enough to get up. Hope you guys enjoyed that game. We'll be back for the next game of the round, which I'm not sure, I'm not keeping track, but thanks for watching.